When we talk about war crimes in World War II, the vast majority of people tend to focus on is the Holocaust. And for good reason. The scale of the Holocaust is, even right now, 80 years after the liberation of the Holocaust camps, it's still unfathomable to think what humans did to other humans. It's unfathomable to think the scale of the Holocaust and how 6 million people were murdered simply for being Jewish, simply for being disabled, or simply not fitting the ideology of Nazi Germany and how they were going to be a part of the final solution. And so those acts, those depraved acts that Nazi Germany did, yeah, they're going to get noticed, and they've been recorded in many movies and documentaries. However, Nazi Germany wasn't the only one committing these depraved acts. In fact, Imperial Japan often gets overlooked for their barbarism and for their despicable actions that they did. And it is hard to fathom, but in fact, Imperial Japan is actually more responsible. They killed more civilians than what occurred at the Holocaust. And that's a staggering amount. But you look what Imperial Japan did to China alone, and how they were responsible for, many estimates said, up to 8 million civilian deaths, thanks to Imperial Japan. And the way they did it was also quite disturbing, quite startling. When you look up what they did at the city of Nanjing, it's also pronounced as Nanking. Let's just say that what occurred there is quite disturbing. What Imperial Japan did to men, women, children, and even babies, none of them were given any mercy, and all were not given any dignified death. It was quite atrocious. And Japan did this on a regular basis. Japan had competitions. They had one competition where they conquered an area where they said, hey, let's see who can kill up to 100 people with a sword. They really had that. They actually had these experimental labs where they'd get their prisoners and treat them as human guinea pigs. The most notable example is Unit 731, where you had thousands of people died due to these horrible experiments. But Japan did this on a regular basis. Why does it get overlooked? Honestly, it is kind of startling to me. Maybe it's the fact that the Holocaust and how it was covered first and how it got mentioned in the press first. Maybe that's why, and just the historical context of it. Maybe it's because Japan became one of our better allies after we helped rebuild it. I don't know. But nevertheless, the atrocities that Japan was doing is one of the reasons why we had to step in and stop this expansion. Because if Japan was not going to get stopped, they were going to continue to do this unabated.